Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Cleveland Browns Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Tonight, hard to believe, our final Thursday night game of the year, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Cleveland Browns.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Now Hall to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. You look at this Browns defense.
Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Rodgers.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And some room to maneuver. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 33 and a first.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. And the Jets first down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Now a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Myles Garrett, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And contact defensively. And that might make things 5 yards easier.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 21. To throw is Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, this can happen when you get man coverage on a tight end. This is a nice route. He's just going to run a corner to the left side and find some open space. That's asking a lot to make a linebacker run with him. And this ball's on the money as they pick up a first down.
First carry for Nick Chubb. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
The Browns at 9-6 now. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
This defense for the Jets, very strong in that victory a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And that gain of 9, Miles Levenue set him down. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs? That's what he's got.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Browns are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
On fourth down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down. You talk about this Jets defense.
They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running from it.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Now Rodgers.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now?
And got his man, complete.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play that time for Cleveland. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Now Watson. Big tight end. Touchdown! David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
York now for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Well, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's Rodgers. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Zadarius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Buying time to his left. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Able to power through. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown, and their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Down the right sideline.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 75.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
This is 2nd and 8.
Here's Watson. Powers through it. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
He finds Wilson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Rashaan Evans.
And now off to the races down the right side. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And Chubb try the middle here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
And he is out of bounds in the 30. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Over here.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Hey, 626.
To throw is Rodgers. Going to look deep for Wilson.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
That's caught at the 25. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
York able to send this one through. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. For the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 42 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, down the numbers. There he goes.
Still going, and he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play there on the catch and run, and even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success.
Touchdown, Browns!
Taylor and Peoples-Jones.
75 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Rodgers' throw going to be caught by Davis.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers again now. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Davis on the crossing route.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this Browns defense stands tall. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
153 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here comes 3rd down and 7. In motion right, Peoples-Jones. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39. And obviously that's well short of the 1st. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. .42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers.
And that's going to be incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Rodgers to throw once more. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Caught right side, Davis. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring us. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Jets 17.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
A shotgun snap for Watson. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's taken down right away at the 39-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
That's a gain of 4.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And there's the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation, because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at it.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And they'll go on the ground. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Hey, 88. Back north.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal, New York.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
And again, it's Rodgers. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
They give him a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And Watson's going to throw it here.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Well, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
And that is caught. It's Davis. Touchdown.
Gabriel Davis.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Jets are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
Rodgers will throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Cleveland,